Top of the first inning in a mostly sunny Ellensburg day. Not a whole lot of wind, but just enough to make it interesting out here. It's Simon Fraser in Central Washington. Rainey Harris takes to the rubber for the Wildcats. And it's ball one to start off the afternoon. For Simon Fraser, Alex Ogue, Hannah Finkelstein, Chelsea Hotner, Janique Balkin, Katie Zagari, Rebecca Kirkpatrick, Hannah Boulanger, Georgia Ogue, and Megan Duclos. In the starting 9 in the circle, it's Anissa Zakarchuk as that misses up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. For the Wildcats defensively, not a whole lot of changes from what we've seen this season. Over at first, it's Brooke Jordan. Harley Carpenter is at second. At third, it's Maya Seaton, the shortstop, McKenna King. Left to right across the outfield. As 2-0 from Harris finds the strike zone 2-1. Left to right, it's Decker, Thiessen, and Hampson. Behind the dish is Bentegan. And Harris toes the rubber. 4-7 on the season for her, an ERA in the mid-4s. That'll be upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike to Alex Ogue, the leadoff hitter for Simon Fraser. SFU coming in as the GNAC's hottest offense, an average up in the 300s, but not a terrible amount of run production from it. Western Oregon still leading in a lot of the offensive categories, as that is ball 4 from Harris, so it's a leadoff walk for Alex Ogue. First baseman number 18, Hannah Finkelstein. Finkelstein standing in at .377 on the season. It's the second time Simon Fraser's been down here in Ellensburg. They played a doubleheader, a non-conference doubleheader earlier this season. Outside corner, a called strike, 0-1. Wildcats, meanwhile, dropped 3 of 4 last weekend at NNU. They split on day 1 before dropping both ends of the twin bill on game 2. Swing and a miss. Harris powers that one past her. Ogue over at first. Fouled away off the backstop. Harris, a contact pitcher, not a whole lot of strikeouts for her this year. Relies on her defense to help her out, but she does roll up quite a few ground balls, and one would do the trick here. 0-2 is just outside, 1-2, much to the chagrin of the hometown supporters. That extra hour of start time. Normally it's noon, 1 p.m. start here. This is on the ground at third. Seaton on the one hop. It is going to be dropped at second by Carpenter. So it's a fielder's choice if you're scoring at home. Left fielder number 3, Chelsea Hotner. And the first 2 runners are aboard. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strike to start off Hotner at .397. And we're about at the midway point in this season. That's a very good line for Chelsea Hotner. She's playing left field in game 1. This is right at Carpenter. 4-6. Not going to have time to get the 3. It'll be runners on the corner and 1 out. Right fielder number 23, Janique Balkin. Balkin at .373 on the season and a chance to drive in the game's first run. A fly ball would do it. Middle pinching slightly, and that's going to be into center for a single. Tagging and scoring is Ogue. It's 1-0. Designated player number 8, Katie Zagari. And here's Zagari at .339. Off the black. 1-0 from Harris. Here's the 1-0. Lace foul past Kino Magano in the first base coach's box. Everybody gets to reset. So an early run for Simon Fraser. Puts the Wildcats down in the opening frame. This is just short on the one hop. King to first, nowhere else to go. There are 2 down for Kirkpatrick. The second baseman, number 5, Rebecca Kirkpatrick. Runners on second and third and 2 outs. And this has been a bit of a problem for the Wildcats pitching staff this season, is getting that third out while eluding any additional damage. Opponents sitting in the 300s against the Wildcats with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kirkpatrick. She's at 388 on the year. Simon Fraser is not going to get cheated offensively. They've got 1 in on the inning, helped along by an error. And that one misses. Just misses. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Right through it is Kirkpatrick. Harris a strike away from getting out of the top of the first without a crooked number. Got her swinging at a pitch on the outside. And they leave 2 stranded. SFU gets 1 run on 1 hit. Helped along by 1 error. They leave 2 stranded. It's 1-0 Simon Fraser as we head to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first inning, Carpenter leads things off for the Wildcats. She's at 268 on the season. And that will be a first pitch hit by a pitch, so the Wildcats have the leadoff runner aboard. The center fielder, number 20, Allie Thiessen. And here's Allie Thiessen hitting .392, leading the Wildcats in that category. Thiessen hit her first home run of the season in Game 4 against NNU, as that one's over for a called strike. For the Wildcats, Carpenter, Thiessen, Jordan, Bentegan, Seaton, King, Hampson, Laver, and Decker. Defensively for Simon Fraser, Finkelstein's at first, Kirkpatrick at second. At third, it's Og. The shortstop is Boulanger. Left to right across the outfield, it's Hotner, Duclos, and Balkin. Behind the plate is Georgia Og, and in the circle, of course, is Anissa Zakharchuk with a record of 6-5. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ali Thiessen. Simon Fraser, while they may have the GNAC's hottest offense, they have struggled in the circle, the highest ERA among GNAC schools. It's 3-1 to Thiessen. That one's over for a called strike. The count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Thiessen. Chop foul. Off the end of the bat. We'll reset and do it again. Wildcats 2 games below 500 in the GNAC at 3-5. Simon Fraser sitting right at the 500 mark, 4-4, as Thiessen fouls that one back and away. Zakharchuk on the season, 14 appearances, 10 starts, 4 complete games. 53 2/3 innings worked, and Thiessen draws a walk, so the first 2 Wildcats are aboard. The first baseman, number 18, Brooke Jordan. Jordan hitting an even 300. Dropped down from Division I Seattle U to join the Wildcats this year. Very quietly has been one of the Wildcats' most consistent hitters on the season. That one's outside. But Zakharchuk, 24 strikeouts, 17 walks coming into the game. Opposing hitters at .337. They are seeing the ball well off of her as this is lifted to left towards the line. Catch will be made for out number 1. Catcher number 16, Alyssa Bentegan. Here's the Wildcats backstop hitting .351, 5 home runs on the season, 19 batted in. Leads the Wildcats in both of those categories. First pitch, a ball outside. So the Wildcats threatening here in the bottom of the first, a good chance to get that run back. At least start back from even in the top of the second. That one's upstairs 2-0. It is just Alyssa Bentegan and Ali Thiessen with home runs on the season for Central. Thiessen's first came in Game 4 against NNU. This one's off the hands, popped up, foul down the third baseline. Georgia Og collides with Alex Og, the sisters. The catch is made for out number 2. Third baseman number 11, Maya Seaton. And that'll put a damper on the Wildcats' offensive prospects here in this inning. Seaton stands in at .288 on the season and a chance to drive in a run with Carpenter at second. First pitch, a ball. And the count's 1-0. 15 pitches for Zakharchuk, just 6 of them have been strikes here in inning number 1. 1-1. That one hits the upper echelon of the strike zone, but a strike nonetheless. That one just settled nicely into that little 90-degree angle up there. On the ground and ripped through the hole. It's short. Throw goes into second. Thiessen's back in time. Carpenter scores. And it's 1-1. The shortstop, number 6, McKenna King. Well, Maya Seton picks up the RBI, and it's a 1-1 ball game. First pitch to King, a called strike. 0-1, back to even in this ball game. Didn't take the Wildcats long to respond. On the ground, back to the circle, off Zakarchuk's glove. That'll be an infield single. The right fielder, number 21, Jillian Hampson. So with 2 down and the sacks full, Hampson steps in at 217 on the season. And for her, she has really improved at the plate after starting the year down below 100. Has worked that average back to 217. On the ground, through the right side. 1 run's going to score. That bounces off the right fielder. And it's 3-1 Wildcats. The designated player, number 9, Ashley Leifer. First pitch to Laver is down and in for a ball, 1-0. A good pick there from Georgia Oak. Not the way you draw it up. Normally you get the body in front of it, but she goes with the leather and makes a good stop. And it's 2-0. Ashley Laver, normally a pitcher. And that one finds the outside corner, but has worked her way into the lineup as a designated player for Joe DiPietro. And that'll be ball 4 to Laver. Left fielder number 15, Carson Decker. And we're going to have a visit here. Tina Andriana going out to speak with Zakarchuk. Carson Decker at the Mendoza line, hitting an even 200 on the season. In the dirt, it's 1-0. Make it 1-1. Bases loaded again after Laver's walk. And now the Wildcats. No, excuse me, that was a ball. 2-1. Looked very close to being on the corner. Excuse me, 2-2. Back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2s across the top of the scoreboard. Lifted on a line into the Wildcats bullpen. 31 pitches for Zakarchik on the inning. The Wildcats getting that pitch count up there. Worked a couple of walks, some timely hitting. Here's the 2-2 again. Upstairs, count runs full. Runners will be off on the pitch. Try to get just that much of an advantage should a ball get hit into the outfield. The payoff pitch. In the air to left, almost over the left fielder. Chelsea Hotner, who was playing in, but she is able to scramble back and make the grab for the inning's 3rd out. The Wildcats do score 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave 3 stranded and lead it 3-1 after 1. Top of the 2nd, Hannah Boulanger leading things off for Simon Fraser. SFU still does not have a nickname. That is still TBD. And that is past a diving Harley Carpenter for a leadoff single. So for the 2nd straight inning, Simon has their leadoff hitter aboard. Catcher number 4, Georgia Oak. Oak at .315 on the season, gets that one down. It was in on the hands, and the throw went to, well, what chaos. The throw from Seaton went to Jordan, who was in between first and the circle. And that's going to go down as a sacrifice and an error. Center fielder number 12, Megan Duclos. And Og is going to take second. So that'll be a pass ball. And Duclos fouls that one off. Runners on second and third now. Duclos hitting .217. The number 9 hitter for Simon Fraser. The lineup will turn over after this. Catches the outside corner 1 and 2. Going to be a pitch Rainey Harris is going to want in this game. Bit of an off-speed pitcher is Harris. Relies a lot on that changeup. That one misses just a bit further outside. Here's the 2-2. Just a bit high. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is on the ground, a short. King to the plate. Bentegan the tag. They got her. So Georgia Oak does advance, but Belanger is out 6-2 if you're scoring along at home. Third baseman number 7, Alex Oak. Back to the top of the order for Oak, who worked a walk to start the first. Runner going, no slide. It'll be a stolen base for Duclos. County is 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Alex Oak. Squares around, pulls it back. Seaton charging in from third. I'd say tough play for the third baseman to make should that bunt get dropped down the third baseline. 2-0 offering from Harris. Inside half of the plate, it's 2-1. A chopper foul, count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, get 479. That is an absurd season to be having. Hitting almost 500 on the season. Her OBP is well over the 500 mark. This is on the ground at third. Seaton fields, and they're going to keep Georgia Oak over at third. Good job there by Seaton and then Jordan to keep that runner stationary, and there are 2 down. First baseman number 18, Hannah Finkelstein. Finkelstein hit into a fielder's choice in her first at-bat. Harris misses outside, 1 ball in, no strikes. Another decent crowd here in Ellensburg. Can't complain too much. Nice and warm outside and only a slight breeze, which for those of you who have been to Ellensburg in the springtime know that is something very unusual for us. That one's over for a strike, 1-1. I believe I saw Central alum Sidney Brown down in the seats before this game. Sid graduated last year, was a shortstop for the Wildcats. In the air to right and struck well. Hampson drifting back. That's going to be down. 2 runs will come around a score, and it's 3-3. Left fielder number 3, Chelsea Hotner. First pitch into left and foul territory. Decker couldn't quite come up with it. And the count will be 0-1 as everybody's going to have to reset. Well, over on the rugby pitch, Central trailing, it looks like 18-14 to Brigham Young. And Central Baseball up 17-1 in the top of the fifth. This is on the ground. A Carpenter! That one's going to eat her up off the heel of her glove. Right fielder number 23, Janique Balkin. Top of the fifth, and now one out. 17-1, the Wildcats over St. Martin's. Andrew Van Kemsky hit an absolute tank job just prior to this game. It landed about a third of the way up the first baseline. Inside corner and a strike 0-1 to Balkin. Three errors for the Wildcats in this ball game in the first two innings, two of them from Harley Carpenter. A very unusual day for her. This is lined softly to short. King will stab it for the third out. Simon Fraser gets 2 runs on 2 hits, helped along by 2 errors. They leave 2 stranded in the top of the second. It's 3-3 as we head to the bottom half. Bottom half of the second inning, Carpenter getting things going for the Wildcats. They batted around. Well, they sent 9 to the plate in the bottom of the first. Carpenter after the first pitch, and she's got a single with eyes. It skirts through the right side. And the leadoff hitter aboard. The center fielder number 20, Thiessen. Thiessen drew a walk in her first plate appearance. Called the strike 0-1. And they're going to say she did go around there. So the count's 0-2. Zakarchuk gets the sign, rocks and delivers. That one gets away. And that is going to be a pass ball. 1 ball and 2 strike count. That ball's probably blockable. But Georgia Oak opted to go for the Olay. And it got to the backstop. 2-2 as that one misses off the inside corner. A 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Got her with a changeup. 1 down for Brooke Jordan. The first baseman, number 18, Brooke Jordan. Jordan stands in with 1 out. Zakarchuk quickly rocks and delivers. It's a ball, 1-0. Zakarchuk not wasting any time there. Here's the 1-0 to Jordan. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Carpenter at second. 3-0 off the corner. This is not the hitter to walk. Alyssa Bentegan is on deck. And she has been a machine for the Wildcats this year. 3-0, get me over pitches there. It's 3-1. Looked like Jordan had the red light all the way there. A 3-1 offering. On the ground, a second. That is fielded cleanly over to first. The throw, 2 down, but Carpenter advances to third. Catcher number 16, Alyssa Bentegan. And Bentegan, who is riding a 14-game hitting streak, stands in. Oh, with a nice job there to stop that one. Looked like Finkelstein was coming down the first baseline, maybe to give her a little bit of help there if she needed it. That one had the potential to ricochet and carom all over the place. Here's the 1-0. 2-0, they're staying away from her. Bentegan 0 for 1. She popped out in foul territory to the catcher. Make it 2-1. Looks like it caught Bentegan a little off guard there. Zakarchuk. Swing and a miss. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, with 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, we've got 2s across the scoreboard. It has been an offensive slugfest so far. That one's upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Simon scored 1 in the first, now 2 in the second, and Central put up 3 in the bottom of the first. They're threatening here with 2 outs. On the ground and chopped foul past the third base umpire. Zakarchuk already at 50 pitches, 26 of them strikes, so just above the 50% mark. And Bentegan draws the walk. The inning extends. Runners on the corners now for Maya Seaton. Third baseman number 11, Maya Seaton. And she's at 297. Misses outside. It's 1-0. On a line in the left, Hotner misread it. She took a step forward. That's going to bring around Carpenter. Bentegan's going to have to hold it third, but it's an RBI double. Shortstop number 6, McKenna King. Maya Seaton drives in another. That's her second RBI of the day. Makes it 4-3, Wildcats leading. King swinging. This is on the ground, a short. And one shortstop grounds out to another. That'll end the inning. The Wildcats get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 stranded and lead 4-3 after 2 innings. Top of the third inning, Zagari will lead things off. 3:33 on the year for her. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Zagari grounded out to short in her only at bat of the ball game. And this is on the ground. A nice play by Harris to snag that one. A comebacker, and she handles it well. Second baseman, number 5, Rebecca Kirkpatrick. And here is Kirkpatrick, struck out swinging in her first at-bat. Lone strikeout on the ledger for Rainey Harris so far. Squares around a bunt and chases after it. It's 0-1. A late square there trying to get the drag or a push down. Couldn't quite make contact. Tough pitch to bunt anyway up in the strike zone. Oh! Look what I found! Rainey Harris. 2 down. Back-to-back very nice plays from the senior. Shortstop number 16, Hannah Boulanger. Wow. Just making sure she's awake in the circle. On the ground at third. 4 pitches for Harris. Simon goes down. 1, 2, 3. We'll be back with the bottom of the third after this. The third, Jillian Hampson leading things off. She's 1 for 1, drove in a pair. And the first pitch to her is a ball, 1-0. Part of that 3-run first inning for the Wildcats. Harris was able to put up the first 0 of the ball game, setting down Simon Fraser in order. And Hampson's got hit number 2. Sends that one back up the middle. And now it's Ashley Laver, the designated player number 9, Ashley Laver. Bullpens are quiet. Zakarchik so far, 4 runs on 6 hits. Tries to get the bunt down, but it's a foul, 0-1. Laver getting the signs from head coach Joe DiPietro over in the third base coach's box. DiPietro in his first season with Central Washington. An East Coast guy like myself, DiPietro from New Jersey, spent a lot of time in the Philadelphia area with Temple University in LaSalle. And then he spent a year or 2 as the head coach of the Philadelphia Force. Laver connects on that one into left. Hotner is right there for out number 1. The left fielder, number 15, Carson Decker. And here's Decker, 0 for 1. She lined out to left in the first. Hotner was playing in and had to scramble back to make the play. And if you take a look out there in left now, she is much farther back than she was in the bottom of the first. The 0-1. Outside 1-1. Georgia Oak thinks about making a snap throw over to first. Keeping tabs on Hampson. And a strike is going to be assessed on Decker for delay of game. Decker into center. That's going to be dropped. The throw into second is got her. So it's a fielder's choice to center field, and it's an 8-4 out. You don't see that every day. Back to the top of the order for Central. Second baseman, number 25, Harley Carpenter. Well, Decker does have tremendous speed over there at first. And with Harley Carpenter, the top of the order for the Wildcats up, would not be surprised. There she goes, the throw. She's in there. Carson Decker swipes second. I believe the count's 1-0. Not totally sure. Home plate umpire hasn't signaled to correct the scoreboard, so he must have it right. 2 balls, no strikes on Carpenter. 3-0. Looked like Decker got an okay jump on that, and Georgia Oak with a strong throw. It's a 4-pitch walk, though, for Carpenter. Runners now on first and second for Allie Thiessen. Center fielder number 20, Allie Thiessen. Thiessen out of Chilliwack, British Columbia. First pitch to her, a called strike. A junior outfielder. She leads the Wildcats in runs scored with 19. Of course, that is a benefit, one, of hitting almost 400, but two, hitting in front of players like Alyssa Bentegan. 1-1 is on the ground, a second. Kirkpatrick to first. That'll retire the Wildcats. They leave a pair stranded. It's 4-3 Central as we head to the top of the fourth. On the top of the fourth inning, Oak will get things started. Coming in at 3:15, she reached on an error and scored in her first plate appearance. Outside 1-0, Bentegan does a nice job to try to frame it, but it's still a ball nonetheless. This is chopped. Throw, Harris! Good play by Carpenter. Oak's wondering, but she was way out. Center fielder number 12, Megan Duclos. Duclos at 2:08. Reached on a fielder's choice. Breaking ball, a called strike from Harris. That was pitch number 50, so Harris is at the half-century mark. 33 strikes. The 0-1. Squares around, gets the bunt down. It's back to the circle. The throw to first. Back-to-back plays for Harris. She's been tested 4 times now in this one. Third baseman number 7, Alex Oak. And it's back to the top of the order. Outside 1-0. Oh, go for 1, walked and grounded out so far. 2-0 upstairs. Wildcats outfield playing fairly deep. Hogue, of course, at 473. Call the strike, 2-1. The 2-1 offering. 3 balls and a strike. Hogue's already walked once in this ball game. And now one's back off the backstop. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count's full. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4 outside, so it would have been 6 consecutive hitters retired. Instead, Hogue is able to extend the inning. First baseman number 18, Hannah Finkelstein. Second walk that Hogue has drawn in this game. For the last 5 outs have involved Rainey Harris, as Finkelstein waves at that one, it's 0-1. Oh, and 2. Harris fires that one over the outside corner. Popped up, foul territory, twisting, backing out of play. That'll carry him off the concrete. When Simon and Central played back at the end of February, Simon took both ends of the doubleheader. 1-2, Harris misses outside. Swing and a miss. Gets her to chase it outside to end the inning. They leave one stranded. Central still leading 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth, Brooke Jordan leading things off. 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to left and grounded out to second so far. Oh, 1 is laced foul down the first baseline. Have to track that one down over near the tarp, I think. Just misses. It's 1-2. A couple players in the field for Simon wanted that one. Into center. That one's going to get down. Jordan rounding first. She'll be in with a stand-up double. Duclos was shading toward left field there and had to have a good run to go track it down, and she couldn't. So the Wildcats have a runner on second to start the inning. Catcher number 16, Alyssa Bentegan. And now Bentegan. Oh for 1 on the day. This is crushed into center and gone. That one took absolutely zero time to get out of here. A 2-run home run to straightaway center field. And Bentegan makes it 6-3 Wildcats. Third baseman number 11, Maya Seaton. And that will bring her hitting streak to 15 games. Wow. Good for her. And we're going to have a change in the circle, so we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back after this. So Michaela Benz will take over in the circle for Alyssa Zakarchuk. Seaton squares and fouls the bunt back. It's 0-1 on Seaton. One and one the count. That one's blown away. Floats in and floats high. 2-1. Zakarchuk, 3+ innings, 6 runs on 8 hits. Seaton, big swing there, 2-2. A half pirouette followed that swing. This is hit foul out of play. Oh, look out, McKenzie. Oh, no. Seaton smacks that one into right, and she has a single. A well-struck ball. Shortstop number 6, McKenna King. King grounded out to her counterpart at short her last time up. 3 straight hits in the inning for Central. And Seaton's going to take second on the wild pitch. Yeah. 1-0 count on Seaton's, or excuse me, on King. Squares around, and the bunt is foul. King 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a ground out. Wildcats came into this game hitting .269. Simon came in at .358. The squad from north of the border, 59 extra base hits on the year. Here's the 2-1. Lifted into the air, shallow right. Diving, Duclo can't make the grab. Or excuse me, that's Balkan in right. She can't make the grab. So it's an RBI double for King. Right field number 21, Jillian Hampson. The Wildcats just keep rolling along here in the bottom of the 4th. Hampson with a pair of hits already in this one. Count 1-0. 2-0 just off the corner. Swing and a miss. Hampson sitting dead red there. This is back to the circle. And Benz is able to make the play. King, though, does advance. And it's Ashley Laver. Designated player number 9, Ashley Laver. First pitch to Laver finds the strike zone, 0-1. Flare to the right side and down. Laver's got herself a hit. Looks like a line drive in the box score. It's 8-3 Wildcats. Left field number 15, Carson Decker. And another meeting at the circle here. Georgia Oak going out to talk to her battery mate. Been quite a few of those, so they might be running short when it comes to visits later in this game if needed. First pitch, a ball 1-0. Here's the 1-0 offering. Decker swinging a miss. 1-1. Two balls and one strike. Charging in at third was Alex Ogue, and bit of a slash there from Decker. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wildcats lead at 8-3. They've got 11 hits in this one. Decker chases that one upstairs and fouls it away. Simon Fraser's bullpen has some action in it. A right-hander, I think, up and loosening. It looks like Barker. Oh, that one's got Keegan Wise ducking. She went to track down a foul ball. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Decker chops it foul. The fight continues. And Decker is called looking for strike 3. That is the second out, and it's back now to the top of the order for Harley Carpenter. Second baseman number 25, Harley Carpenter. Carpenter, 1 for 1. She was hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the second, and walked in the third. Starts off the at-bat with a strike 0-1. Upstairs, it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Wildcats have jumped all over Simon Fraser's pitching here in game number 1. A chopper to the circle. Carpenter will be retired as Benz makes the throw over to Finkelstein. The Wildcats, however, do bring in 4. On 5 hits, they leave 1 stranded. It's 8-3 when we come back. Top of the 5th, Hunter leading things off for Simon Fraser. Harris back out. 63 pitches on the afternoon for her. Starts off the at-bat to Hotner 1-0. On the ground a second, Carpenter gobbles up the bouncing ball. Throw over to first, and that's 1 out. Right fielder number 23, Janine Balkin. And Balkin at 377. Has 1 hit already today. First pitch just off the outside corner, 1-0. The 1-0 inside. Dancing is balking a little bit. Two-0 is 2-1. Harris skates onto the black there. Two on to Balkin outside. 3 balls and a strike. Line to third. Seaton knocks it down. The throw to first. Balkin's retired. Well, they don't call it the hot corner for nothing. Designated player number 8, Katie Zagari. Quick reaction over there by Seton to at least knock that one down, though. It looked like she might have had it for about half a second. That was an atom ball. Pitch number 70 is fouled away. It's an 0-1 count to Zagari, hitting .328 on the season. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, I don't know where that missed. 2 balls and 1 strike. Struck well to center. Thiessen going back, and she'll have it. Or the inning's third out. Simon goes down 1, 2, 3. Thiessen will lead things off for Central when we come back in the bottom of the 5th here on YouTube. Bottom of the 5th inning, it's Allie Thiessen leading things off for the Wildcats. Thiessen has a walk. She struck out swinging and has grounded out so far. First pitch, a called strike to her, 0-1. The Wildcats sent 8 to the plate last inning. You've really put together some long innings here against Simon Fraser. That's a called strike, 0-2. And that one's fouled back over us. A flare to the bag at second, a quick throw. Really nice play by Kirkpatrick, but it's an infield single for Thiessen anyway. First baseman number 18, Brooke Jordan. Seen a few of those today, little flares into spots that fielders just can't quite get to. Here's Brooke Jordan. Had a double in her last at-bat. It's 0-1 to start off the AB here. Watches the 0-1. It's 0-2. I think that's one of those pitches that Rainey Harris might be looking out of the dugout going, I'd take that one too. Oh, look out, up near the brain bucket. It's 1-2.
That's a result that I never need again. Thank you so much for that.
Jordan dances out of the way. It'll be 2-2. It's alone outside. Jordan fighting her way back into this count, works it even. Thiessen over at first after the single. Count runs full, missed in the same spot, trying to get that outside corner call. Home plate umpire's been pretty consistent this afternoon, though. Jordan to dead center field. See ya! First home run of the season for Brooke Jordan. It's 10-3 Wildcats. Well, Brooke Jordan had done it quietly all season long. She was due for one and strikes it well there. Catcher number 16, Alyssa Bentegan. And here's the Wildcats catcher. Alyssa Bentegan. And a chopper to short. She's retired on the first pitch, 6-3. Third baseman number 11, Maya Seaton. That was a Texas leaguer to the shortstop. Hits off the plate or just in front of the plate, and then you got to sit there and wait for it to come to you. Jordan makes it 10-3. Seaton thought about chasing after it and held back. 2 balls, no strikes. Count 3 balls and no strikes to Maya Seaton with 1 away. This is off the third baseman's glove. Oak couldn't quite make the grab. And that one's going to go down. Single? Yeah. It'll be an infield single for Maya Seaton. Shortstop number 6, McKenna King. It's a single for now. We'll see how I feel in an inning. Here's the throw to second. Seaton's in with a stolen base. Maya Seaton leading the Wildcats in stolen bases this year. That will be number 8, I believe. One 0 is downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0. A 4-pitch walk. And the Wildcats have runners on first and second. Right fielder number 21, Jillian Hampson. And Tina Andriana is going to come out and have a chit-chat. Everybody's coming in here. Should the Wildcats push 1 run across, that'll be your ball game. Here's Hampson, who's had a very good day at the plate. A pair of singles. She grounded back to the circle in her last at-bat, but she starts off with a ball here, 1-0. Ben's nearing the half-century mark. 48 pitches, 27 of them strikes. Hampson's average up to 245. Hitting well over 300 in her last few series. Good to see her get her bat going after what was a slow start to the season. And picked up some RBIs today for it. One is fouled back and out of play down the third baseline. Count is 1-2. That one landed in the Wildcats bullpen. There's some stirring over there, but it just looks like Isabel Womack getting ready for game 2. Starting her routine. Here's the 1-2 to Hampson. On the ground, up the middle. They're going to wave around Seaton. Here comes the throw to the plate. Seaton is in there! That's your ball game, 11-3. The Wildcats take game 1. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with game number 2. Jillian Hampson walks off the Wildcats. And a big offensive outpouring. The only inning the Wildcats did not score in was the third. Rainey Harris improves to 5-7 on the season. Zakarchuk falls to 6-6. We'll be right back with more Central Washington softball after this.